Alright, here we have an 18th scale Black Beauty. This is the Green Hornet ride. Him and Kato shared this. Kato was the driver, for those of you that aren't familiar with the show. I'm not too familiar with it. It was out when I was a tot, but it was more of my brother's speed. He was just 7 years older than me, so he used to watch it all the time. I didn't really get into it, I guess, because I was too young to really pick it up on it, what was going on. I like the fighting parts of it, and I guess that was really it. Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, I'm probably going to screw this up again. Should have done research before I got this far with it. Based on a Chrysler Imperial, I think. Probably somebody's laughing at me. The owner of this car is probably laughing at me for that one. But anyway, that's what I think. That's what I'd read somewhere when I built the first one. This is the second one of these I've done. This was built like the one in the video that you saw. I think I did change one thing on the sound card. On this one, I shortened the intro and added an actual part of a recording of the band playing the intro song. So if I can get this hood open, and I don't want to scratch it obviously, but the hood does still open. I get this under there. I'm just, like I said, I don't want to scratch it for sure. There we go. The hood still opens. Obviously, nothing was altered underneath that you can tell anyway. Obviously, there's some wiring and stuff run through there. I had to remove a little bit of plastic, like I said, but it's in areas where you don't even notice it. So everything's still intact there. Nice little hinges and springs on the hood. Again, for those of you that have never seen an auto art model, that's what you're looking at in their detail. A lot of them have carpeted interiors or flocked interiors and trunks, hinges and springs on the hoods and everything else, so they're very detailed. The auto art makes a very detailed model. Again, nothing wrong with Maisto or Motor Max or those, but you start getting into some really nice looking paint job and detail and finish and stuff on these higher end, like I said, especially the auto art cars. The four doors do open. Since this one does not have a trunk that opens, we put the battery packs, or the batteries are inside the rear seat. Once you have that and you understand what's going on with the batteries, you can always paint those black if you want. Black them out a little bit, and that way they won't show up as much. Not that they really show up in the back seat anyway, but they could be hidden just a little bit better. If you go to this passenger side here, of course these doors open too. Get my fingers in there. This is where the 9-volt battery is at. That's the one that powers all the lighting. Again, if you want to, you can either paint that black or just wrap some, matter of fact, before I send it, I'll put a wrap or two of electrical tape around it to black it out a little bit so it won't show up, since it's a big orange Duracell Pro Cell battery. But as you, like I said, as you can see, those doors do still open. Again, the trunk does not open. You can see all the little scanner and all the other missiles and rockets and things that the Green Hornet had at his disposal if he needed them. I'm going to be careful when I turn this over, because I don't want to rattle that battery around and mess up the windows inside. But you can see here, there's your main power switch right here. And then there's 3 buttons across through here. The first button is going to be the intro to the show. The second button is the one that you've heard on, I think it was Fred's car that I built, that had the where they check off the equipment before they leave the garage with it. And then the third one again is an actual recording of a band playing the Green Hornet song intro. These here were to hide the tire tracks. Again, it seems funny to see something like this, but back, I guess it was mid-60s, I guess this show was out. Maybe late 60s that this show was out. It was kind of a crazy thing to have on there. So when they drove, it would actually hide their tracks, you know, on the road and stuff. So anyway, kind of funny to think about it now. Let's go and turn this main power switch on. Again, it's the one that's in the center of the car here in the bottom. And it gives you your 4 green headlights. They don't look very green in my monitor or the screen here. They're definitely green as they need to be. So nice green glow on those. Green interior light. You can see there in the floorboard. And then there's 2 lights in the rear package tray. That illuminate the rear end just a little bit, the back seat and stuff a little bit. And of course, spin it all the way around, and you have your tail lights illuminated all the way down. So those are lit up pretty good. As for the lighting, that's it. Again, if we go to our switches here, the first switch is going to be, again, the intro to the show. And of course, I guarantee I'll press the wrong button first. Find out where I'm at here, and then I'll press one. Matter of fact, let's just cheat.
Another challenge for the Green Hornet is Aid Cato, and they're rolling our...
So again, that goes through the entire, or no, I'm sorry, not the entire, the first 30 seconds or so of the intro. So explaining who the Green Hornet actually is. Let's let them go ahead and play out. Like I said, just a few seconds of the music. And then the second button here is the...
Check the scanner.
Again, checking all the equipment before they leave the garage.
Check. Hornet gun.
As I referred to it in the first video, the Hornet Nest. Again, I just made that up. I think I'm probably getting people laughing at me with that, but anyway. Checking the Hornet stinger and all the equipment. So there we go, ready to leave out. And then again, the third button is a recording of the band themselves playing the songs. If I can press it. Yeah, let's do it this way. There we go. Again, that's just the musical intro to it. I believe I've got maybe 30 seconds of that on there as well. So, of course, anytime you want to turn, you can actually press it again, and it'll turn them off. So anyway, or you can press one of the other buttons, and it'll start playing it. So there you go, sir. I appreciate it, and get this box back up with care, obviously, and get this sent back to you. I want to try to ship it out to you tomorrow. Try to get it out to you. I don't know if actually I'm going to have a scheduled pickup for tomorrow at work, but if I do, I'll have it boxed up and padded and peanutted and bubble wrapped and everything else to get it back to you as easy as or quickly as I can. I'm going to take the 9-volt battery out of here because I don't want it banging around in the car. The sound card batteries I will leave in there and wrap them in bubble wrap and tuck those away so they can't bounce around inside there. Like I said, again, we don't want them to bang around and maybe scratch up the window or something for sure. Mess the inside of the car up, so we don't want that to happen. But anyway, I'll secure it the best I can. Just again, 9-volt battery will not be connected in there. So there you have it. Like I said, again, I appreciate the order, and I'll get this shipped out to you. I'm going to try to get it shipped out to you tomorrow. I'll let you know as soon as I have the tracking number for it. So thank you again, sir.